Just look at these beautiful peppers, my friends. Just look at them. You talking about sweet? You talking about sweet? I just cut one of my bell peppers I got off my yellow bell pepper plant, and this is sweet as honey. Very good. I'm enjoying every bite. Just look at it, people. All of this come off my garden today. Come out of my little garden today. Every bit of this. Hot banana peppers, sweet heat peppers. These are yellow bell peppers, but of course they're green, but it's a yellow bell pepper plant. There you have it, sweet bell peppers, sweet heat peppers, and hot banana peppers. And just look at how beautiful they are. Just look at it, people. Just look at it, people. Just look at it. These are hot banana peppers. That one's orange, reddish. And most of these are like 7 or 8 inches, 6.5 to 8.5 inches long. I mean, huge peppers. Look here, big as bananas almost. And these are my sweet bell peppers. Actually, these are my yellow bell peppers. I didn't leave them on there long enough to turn full of yellow, but they're close enough. I didn't want them to go bad. There's more sweet bell peppers on the vine. They're on the little limbs here, as you can see. And I have some more big ones here. So here. And what I'd like to talk about, I mean, look how big it is. It's big. They're healthy, as you can see. It's in the palm of my hands. Healthy. What I'd like to talk about, in order to have a good garden, I've got most of my garden in containers, as you can see, my friends. Most are in containers. But what I would like to say, the secret to having a good garden, I bought most of these. They're bonnie plants. This jalapenos. This is these are hot banana peppers. These are, of course, my yellow bell peppers. Over here is hot banana peppers. And this one tree, or one planter right here, has about 9 different hot banana peppers in their plants. And I got all of these right here in this huge plate. Look how high it is. I got all of these from this one planter, from this one bucket. Over there is another large jalapeno plant. And what I like to talk about, in order to have a good garden, it doesn't matter. I mean, there's jalapenos all over here. It doesn't matter, and on that one too. It doesn't matter if you're planting them in a bucket or in the ground. You need good soil, good fertilizer, and the right amount of water. And today I used a small sprinkler system. It laid out there. I watered them for 4 minutes, let it water them 4 or 5 minutes, and that did the trick. Hooked it to my hose, to my utility room. Okay, to make a long story short, buy good plants. If you're going to grow them in containers, get a big container right here. This is like a 4-gallon container, and this is a hot banana pepper plant. And as you can see, it's doing good. The bigger the planter, usually the better the plants would do. It doesn't matter if it's the peppers or sweet bell peppers or if it's tomatoes. Bigger planter is always better. This is hot banana pepper plant, bonnie plant. As you can see, it's doing good. I've got Miracle Grow potting soil in here. So use good potting soil. And if you're going to plant plants in the ground, and look at my mint table. Look how beautiful my mints are. We've got spearmint here. We've got peppermint. We've got what they call just regular sweet mint. Over there is my mosquito plant. Over here is my sweet banana pepper plants. That's just 2 plants. And look at here. Look at this pepper down here. And what I'd like to say, my friends, I just picked most of the peppers off this like 4 or 5 days ago, and they've already came back. Look at this. Huge peppers. Huge. And they're everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And that's just 2 plants. And what I did when I planted these sweet banana peppers, I used Miracle Grow garden soil. Miracle Grow garden soil is for plants or vegetables, whatever, in the ground. You understand? So the secret to growing a good garden is to have good, healthy plants to start with. Or if you want to plant from seeds, that's fine too. Start about 2 months early before you get ready to put them outdoors. Use great soil. The regular soil was in decent shape out here. I used when I dug it out and put the 2 pepper plants in here, I use the Miracle Grow garden soil, and about once every 5 to 6 weeks, I use fertilizer. Let me show you what I'm talking about. And this is how to grow a healthy garden, how to harvest, plants. I also use just Stage Green. They had it on sale, Moisture Max potting soil, and it has fertilizer in it, as you can see. But a lot of times I buy this if I can get a good bargain. Grows plants twice as big. So the key is using good potting soil. Stage Green is great. Miracle Grow potting soil is great. And I also use Miracle Grow fertilizer. See, it looks like little crystals, blue crystals like sea salt. And this is Miracle Grow fertilizer. Ammonium nitrate, basically. And I use it about every 5 to 6 weeks. And it's time for me to use it again. And you will see a big difference in these plants. Here's my basil. So most of my plants I buy already, from like Lowe's or Walmart. I try to get them healthy. This is what they call shelf basil. It's 3 different basil plants. So the key is to having good plants or good seeds to start with. If you're going to use seeds, let them grow indoors and then put them outdoors after the last frost is gone. Anyway, this tomato plant right here, it's about 4 foot tall. Look here, it's producing good tomatoes. This one's a bush Goliath. All these are bonnie plants. There's tomatoes all over this plant. Look here. And I had to tie it up with twine with rope, and I stapled it to this little tomato stake, and it holds it up. There's blooms and tomatoes all over this plant. I've already grown some big as the apple and picked them off when they were red, harvested them. And when you get ready to harvest your tomatoes or your peppers, always clip right above the tomatoes. Clip it right above the tomatoes. Don't clip it all the way up here. Clip it right above so it'll grow back and maybe produce more blooms. As you can see, the tomatoes are everywhere. I'm not just saying that. Blooms everywhere on this plant up front and one in the back. As you can see, everywhere you look on these 2 sweet banana pepper plants, peppers are everywhere. And these are mid-size. I've just probably got 50 sweet banana peppers off here in the last 2.5 weeks. These things are really growing, my friends. And of course, you can see my mint plants are healthy. But if you're going to grow a healthy garden, if you're going to harvest fruits or vegetables, whatever you're harvesting, in other words, harvesting means when it's time to actually pick or pluck the vegetables or the fruit from the plants. That's what harvesting is. And I clip them right, like banana peppers, I clip them right above the peppers, as you can see. So, a little while ago, I clipped a banana pepper off here. See how I leave this right here? That will grow back, it should, and produce another bloom or another pepper. Another little pepper growing, fixing to produce from the bloom. The bloom fell off. As you can see, this is what the blooms look like. See a little pepper coming out. Here, and within about a half a week or a couple days, they're pretty good size. Look at there. And we've got 2 more big ones on here. And when you trim them like this bell pepper, cut it right above the vegetable, right above the pepper, with the scissors or shears. Okay, and this is my hot banana pepper. And over here we have, of course, the jalapeno plants are in the big cages. I bought these from Lowe's. I just left them in the plastic cages. They're doing great. Peppers everywhere. Over here is what you call Anaheim hot peppers. Anaheim hot peppers, bonnie plants. Like Anaheim, California. And they get big. Let me show you. They get big. That one beside it's almost fully red. They're hot. I haven't tried them yet, but I will, and I will give everybody an update on it. And if you get a little bit too much water, you got to be careful. You'll get end rots on your peppers or your vegetables if you water them too often. So remember that. I water these about once a day, light water. Try not to water them too heavily. And it's time to use Miracle Grow fertilizer again. You start seeing the little yellow leaves back off the water a little bit, so they'll turn back greener. And it's time to use the Miracle Grow fertilizer again. So, and here's 2 more bell pepper plants. They're still in the container they came in. These was like $6.48 at Lowe's. And these are bell peppers, green bell peppers. Bonnie plants. And I've already picked 2 big peppers off this one. This one's got peppers right here. It's got 2 on here. And back here is my sweet heat peppers, bonnie plants called sweet heat. Over here is my sweet heat plant. It's doing good. I just picked a bunch of these off yesterday. As a matter of fact, I've got a video that I've got to upload here in a little bit talking about my sweet heat plant. I picked a bunch off yesterday, probably 15, 16 peppers, huge. All right, my friends, the secret to having harvesting, the secret to growing a good garden, the secret to harvesting a good garden, do not overwater the garden. If it's been super hot this summer right here in lovely Kingsport, Tennessee, East Tennessee, right here in the mountains in Sullivan County. So I've been watering these a little bit every day. If not, the leaves wilt, the plant wilts over. But keep the soil moist. Do not overwater the plants. Use fertilizer about every 5 to 6 weeks, a little bit of fertilizer. The blue Miracle-Gro fertilizer, I use 1 tablespoon to a gallon of water. And even though I've got quite a few plants here and I've got some in the ground, I've got more tomato plants right over there in front of those bushes. To have a small garden, you actually end up spending quite a bit of time taking care of these plants. So I would love to be on a huge farm somewhere, because I'd love to be on a huge farm somewhere and have a bunch of corn. Just walk out there. I like to take the corn and pull it right off the stalk and shuck it and eat it raw. Oh man, you talking about some sweet corn, some good sweet white corn or yellow corn or tricolor corn, bicolor, whatever. But use the right soil. Grow the plants the seeds 2 months before it's time to put the plants out. Buy good plants. Use good like potting soil, or use some good soil to put around the plants if you're doing a small garden. Of course, if you had a big field, when you cultivate the soil every year and turn it over and over, till the soil, it keeps it good and rich and fertilized by itself. The nutrients come from the bottom back to the top. But if you got a small garden, buy some Miracle-Gro garden soil if you're going to plant some outside. And this is just a big apartment, or a mid-sized apartment. It's like a house, apartment on each side. As you can see how healthy the plants are over here. And those 2 sweet banana pepper plants are huge. And I put Miracle-Gro garden soil around here. It's not potting soil, but garden soil. So use good soil, use good fertilizer. If it's very hot, water the plants lightly once a day. Do not overwater the plants, or the blooms will fall off and the leaves will turn super yellow and the leaves will fall off. There you have there I have it. I hope this helps somebody who's growing a small garden. It takes time, it takes patience. You got a bunch of kids or something in the house. I've got a 5-year-old daughter. I'll be 54 October. I don't have a lot of free time, but I love growing things. It makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something in life. And when I bought this aloe vera plant 2 months ago, it was only about 3 inches tall. Now it's about, I don't know, about 14 to 16 inches tall. It's doing good. It was in a small pot and I put it in this bigger one. It was only about 3 inches tall. Now it's probably about 15 inches, 16 inches tall. So there you have it. And I've got cabbage I bought. Look here, see that cabbage? That is cabbage. Bonnie plants. I need to put that out somewhere. And cabbage and radishes and turnips do good in cooler climates, or in the cooler season like fall. You can grow cabbage and lettuce in fall. It will do good. Especially radishes and turnips does good in cooler climates or cooler seasons like fall. So I will be getting me some turnips and radishes planting somewhere out here. Hope this helps someone. Give me those double thumbs up. Leave comments down below. Share my videos. Help me to grow right here on the Big O Show. And that's what I'm talking about. Remember, my friends, to be happy, positive, and focused. We live one time on earth, you might as well be happy. Make the most of the 24 hours because you cannot get this day back. Double thumbs up, comments, share my videos. I will see you all on down the road.